Hello guys, welcome to another interesting part of What's Trending. It's your boy Danny, and as you already know, I am here for you guys. There's this guy trending in Ghana, like a foreign national trending in Ghana, and we don't understand, but all the same, he's trending. So I've decided to talk about him. Yes. So guys, let's watch this poster. Yes, they said U.S. Department of Homeland Security now plans to deport Abrego Garcia to Ghana. U.S. Homeland Security, they are planning to deport Abrego Garcia to Ghana. Who is Abrego Garcia? Abrego Garcia, who is he? We don't know who is he, but the U.S. are trying to dump him in Ghana. So if they find any kind of criminal or like a gangster in their country and they arrest that person, so now they are going to dump them in Ghana or in our African countries because of what? And guys, I did a little digging about this Abrego Garcia guy, and guys, let's read, and after that we can have our discussion here. They said this person, his full name is Kelma Amrando Abrego Garcia, a Salvadorian national who has been living in the US. So he's from Salvador, yes, and he's living in the US. The US Department of Homeland Security has expressed an intent to deport him to Ghana as part of a complex legal and political battle. But the latest report indicates Ghana has officially refused to accept him. So, like, do you want us to accept him? Yes. Who is he? This Abrego Garcia, who the U.S. Homeland Security are trying to deport him to Ghana. Who is he? So, according to research, Kilma Abrego Garcia is a man from El Salvador who has been living in Maryland with his U.S. citizen wife and children. He was previously deported to El Salvador. So so he's from El Salvador, and he was living in Maryland in US with his wife and children. Okay. He was previously deported to El Salvador by the Trump administration in March 2025, which the US government later admitted was a mistake because a standing court order prohibited his deportation there due to a well-founded fear of persecution from gangs. He was then returned to the US. So he's a gangster. Yes, this Abrego Garcia. He's a gangster who is living in the US, and they caught him and he was deported back to his home country, which is El Salvador. And now in Trump administration they said it is a mistake for them to deport him to his home country. So they kind of remove him from his home country back to US pending his court case. Yes. So they said because there was some kind of prosecution of a gang, meaning say a corner home country in Kofo like he's been targeted by some gangs. So they kind of took him back from his home country back to the US. Okay, let's continue. Why is it that the US want to deport him? Yes, he is an undocumented immigrant. Just say only documenting pool. He is an undocumented immigrant who faces separate federal criminal charges in Tennessee, allegedly for human smuggling. Whilst this person, he smuggles human being. He's been charged for human trafficking, human smuggling. and you want to deport him to Ghana. Okay, so he has a criminal charges in Tennessee, which they said is a long-standing deportation order. U.S. authorities have publicly claimed he is a member of the M13 gang, which his lawyer denied. Oh, gangster. Okay. Why are they trying to send them to Ghana? Because a court order prevents the US from deporting him to his home country of El Salvador. The Trump administration has been exploring deporting him to a third country that agrees to accept him, a part of its broader immigration crackdown. They had previously attempted to deport him to Uganda and Eswatini, which is in Switzerland, both of which rejected the request. Ghana was the latest African nation to be named as a potential destination. Yes, more any akronfo, any ewudifo. We deserve this. We deserve the gangster to come into our country, to come and torment us in our country. That's what our Minister of Foreign Affairs said. Yes, Ghana's Foreign Affairs Minister Sam Okudzeto-Ablakwa publicly stated that Ghana will not accept Abrego García. Yes, he's not going to accept Abrego García. Communicating this clearly to U.S. authorities, the U.S. has since walked back into notice of potential removal to Ghana as premature. Abrego García legal team is advocating for him to be deported to Costa Rica, a country he has agreed to go to, and which is considered safer, but U.S. authorities have been reluctant to agree to that option. The overall case has become a flashpoint in the US over the Trump administration, immigration policies, and is viewed by critics as an attempt to punish Abrego García for successfully challenging his wrongful deportation. So guys, there's it. So this Homeland Security, they called this Abrego García guy, and you know who has been charged with human smuggling. Yes, he's a criminal, allegedly to be part of an M13 gang. I don't know what M13 gang is, but they said he's part of a gang, so he's a gangster. He does all this kind of smuggling and trafficking, and he was arrested. And now you deported the person from US to his home country, which is El Salvador. And you said it is a mistake for deporting the person back to his home country because he will be prosecuted, or I don't know. I don't know if I'm home. So you took him from his home country back to the US, and now you want to dump him to African country. Like this white people and Casano, how do they see us? Like we deserve the gangster. We deserve the person who is a trouble, or who is a problem to your nation. We deserve it. We African country, we deserve that person. Nanka a former minister or a mistake, and nanka or accept nanka a duma I'm off with dinner walk obia or make channels obia like or more rejected so or a criminal more than pen on my say young farm or a papa or anybody or any papa na garden na mumofa and I'm ye muna yes nice. So this what is on this Abrego García guy who is trending in Ghana, that like the US Homeland Security are trying to deport him to Ghana, but from our Minister of Affairs, yes, he said, in my interactions with US officials, I made clear that our understanding to accept a limited number of non-criminal West Africans purely on the grounds of African solidarity and humanitarian principles would not be expanded. Yes, just say the Minister of Foreign Affairs has made a kind of deal with the US that they can accept an immigrant who are non-criminal, but this is a highly criminal person, someone who is a gangster, someone who like is involved, allegedly involved in human trafficking and smuggling, and you are trying to dump him to our country to cause problem and wahala for us in our country. US for like they don't respect African countries. So US per se, they don't respect African countries. They don't respect us. But all the same, we are all one people, like one human being. So guys, if you feel like the person is a threat to you, why don't you kind of send him back to his country? If he's in danger in his home country, it is the duty of the authorities in his country to safeguard him. But why do you dump him to us? Like, why do you want to dump him to African countries? So it's a win-win case for us, because our Minister of Foreign Affairs intervened and kind of rejected this approval. So guys, this was trending on Abrego. Guys, what are your views? What do you think? Is it right what the Minister of Foreign Affairs did to reject this offer? Guys, we can share our views and thoughts at the comment section. This is what I have for you today. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.